Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sip, Spill, and Be Real. I'm your host, Fini, and today we have a guest, Jahtays, but I call her Tay.
Hello.
And today's episode, we will be talking about real life friendship and sisterhood, what it means to grow through life highs and heartbreaks together. And we will be talking about the power of long-term friendships, supporting a friend through grief, keeping love and honesty alive through different seasons, and how loss changes perspective and connections. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's drink to that. We've been friends for a good amount of 10 years. So how did we meet?
I can't remember the year exactly, but I know we were still in high school. We met downtown
Of course.
on a Friday night. I think it was coming from a party or a kickback or something like that. And I was also coming from a party or a kickback or whatever. And we kind of already knew each other like through social media. Like when I seen you and you seen me, like we knew each other's names already. It was like a funny drunken like moment. Like we hugged, we said hi, and here we are 10 years later.
So, what is one of your favorite memories of when we first met that make you laugh? So mine is there was a time I was going through something and we were at this hotel motel party. I was so drunk and I cursed everybody out there and like a few others, but nobody was off limits. And that night just lives rent free in my head.
That was hilarious.
Because the whole time everybody really did hate me in that room. I think that was the funniest.
I think that had to have been the funniest. Like that lives in my head all the time.
And if someone was to ask you to describe our friendship in 3 words, what would they be?
Let me see. The first one I would have to say definitely accountability. Most people don't know. Like at one point we were doing meetings like every weekend. Like we would talk about everything that happened and we would hold each other accountable and say like this wasn't okay, that wasn't okay, and then we would be better for the next week. A lot of people don't think we do that. They think we just entertain each other's like BS. So we do hold each other accountable. There is times where she tells me I'm wrong and vice versa. And we move from there. I would have to say judgment free for sure. Judgment free. We have like a judgment free zone. Like we talk about any and everything. There's no judgment, even when it sounds crazy. Well, actually, I'll make it to one unconditional. Like through every season, everything we've been through has always been unconditional amount of love and grief.
Okay. So my 3 words to describe us would be loyalty.
Oh yes, that's a big one.
This is kind of 2 words too, like friends turned family.
Absolutely.
And I would just say drama because the camera is just never stops.
And why did I think about saying funny? I was like,
no, yes, know, like, very funny.
Our lives together, even separately, are very interesting. Like a lot of people won't know. Like only we will understand what we go through.
And I'm a May Gemini. She's a June Gemini. So just imagine.
That's the drama, honey.
Definitely funny. What kept our friendship strong through all the phases of life?
That would have to probably bring me back to our first thing, unconditional. Like you know me, I know you. So like I think us knowing each other, and even if it comes out right, we know the intention behind it. I think that's always how we're able to understand each other.
Okay, I'll agree with that. And I feel like, yeah, we're very understanding. And again, it's a judge-free zone. And there are days we don't talk every day, but we still try to check in. And I think that's what just keeps us going.
Like if we don't text, we communicate through TikTok or
some type of
communication.
Do you feel like we ever had a moment where we had to grow apart to grow up?
Yes. I think in our younger teenage years, like we were just on 2 completely different journeys. Like I think you were making your transition to like, you know, your long-term relationship. Y'all were serious. I was more of the, I guess you could say, entering like my city girl outside phase. Like I will always still come back and tell you about the crazy stuff that was going on, but I feel like we didn't hang out as much because we were just like, I was ripping and running and you was in the house, and we still had communication, but I feel like that played a bigger role in our adult friendship.
Okay, I would agree with that. What does real friendship look like to you now in general?
To me, it would just look like I won't even say like a never ending cycle of grace, but just understanding the different seasons of life and, excuse me, show up 110% how I would normally do. But I think in my friendships now, I just need grace. Important in my adult friendships is I need grace. I need space most of the times. And I just need like a solid foundation. I think with a solid foundation that's built on the right things can make it through anything.
I could agree with that. And real friendship for me just seems like, understanding that we don't have to speak every day, but we can check in and that everybody goes through stuff. So just extend grace to understand what everybody is going through. And that's how friendship can work.
And also, the amount of communication does not dictate or determine the love that you guys should have towards one another. I could not speak to her for days. I wouldn't think that she would love me any less or be there any less because I know your heart.
I was going to say, what's something you learned about showing your friends grace?
Whew, that's something I know all too well. I think with showing grace, to me, it just depends on how well you know a person. Like you have to know the line between showing grace and just kind of itch off. You have to know the lines where okay, someone is not their self, they're going through something versus like this is just who they are and they've showed me one too many times and I gotta go.
So last year, almost a year now, you lost your mom and life changed for you drastically. So what has that journey been like for you?
Um it's a journey. I will say the first 4 to 5 months are the hardest. They say the first year, but I'd like to say the first 4 to 5 months are the hardest. Like, I didn't want to come out of my room. I didn't want to answer my phone. I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. Laid in my bed for months. Like, I will never forget the day my mom actually died. And you guys were all just here. And it was like, I was here, but I wasn't here. It just was like, my body was here, but like mentally, I was another place. Losing a parent, especially a mother, is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through in life. There's no book, there's no right or wrong way, sorry, to go about it. You just do what works for you.
Okay. And going through that, how did grief change you as a woman, a daughter, and a friend?
I'll start as a daughter. As a daughter, it made me a much stronger daughter because now it's like I have my father who obviously needs my presence more than ever. So from there, I made it more so about him than about me. How um as a friend, some will say that it made me distant. They would even like to say it made me mean. But I would like to say from my perspective and my point of view, I did my best. Like there was birthdays and events, and I feel like I tried my best to show up for people, even if I wasn't there mentally. I feel like the physical, like me trying, I feel like I did my best. Most people didn't appreciate it or accept it, but I feel like that's all that I could do. Like to get myself out of a funk and out of like a weird space, I try my best. As a person, I would say me very angry as a person. Like going through it, I was very angry. It changed me in like a lot of ways. Some ways more negative than good, but it's all a work in progress.
Okay. So I wouldn't say you were mean, but you were mean. But I understood it because I've been through grief and loss, and sometimes you don't know where to put that anger. And I don't think it ever came off as like, oh, Tay's being a mean girl, but it was came off as Tay lost her mom. Let's just understand what she's going through, and she don't know how to process this. She's never been in this situation before, but you did show up for us, so that's what I would say on that. Conversations, friendships are needed, held, just have the conversation with your friend, let her know, and that's just that on that. And what is one thing you wish people understood about losing someone close?
I think that people shouldn't make it about them. Like when someone close to you, cousin, friend, sister, brother, partner, whatever have you, they lose someone close. And I would say, especially a parent, that you shouldn't take it personally. They don't want to go out or they don't want to answer the phone or they don't want to talk. Like, it's not a personal attack against you. It's something happens to you mentally, physically when you lose a parent, whether it be a mother or a father. For me, losing my mother was the greatest loss that I could ever imagine. So like my mental health was horrible. And I felt like in that moment, so many people around me made it about, oh, why Tay don't want to answer the phone, or Tay don't want to go to the bar, she don't want to go to the club, she don't want to hang out. It's like right now to me, everything else is bigger than that. Like I can show up where I can, but I also need days where it needs to just be me. And I feel like a lot of people don't respect that. I would say if you have someone that is experiencing a loss, allow them time to process it, just them, and don't take it personal or make them feel a way if they don't want to talk or be around. You need time alone. Like you need alone time to process like the magnitude of a loss, especially for a parent. Those are shoes that can, in my eyes, can never be filled. So I need a lot of alone time to just sit and just think about how my life has changed and where my life is headed. That person in your life, space and time to think, to feel, to breathe. Because there's days I felt like I couldn't even breathe when I woke up. So I just feel like everyone just needs time, and the time should be respected and not taken negatively.
And I would just say, also, I feel like when people lose someone, whether it's a mom, a brother, a friend, a best friend, I said a brother, sister, I feel as though everyone do need to extend grace to just understand that, this person is never coming back and things are going to change. Like I said, I've lost people who I never would have even thought I was going to lose. And in that time, I was angry, but I feel like I didn't get the proper grievance because I was already going through postpartum and heartbreak at the time. And people don't understand what that does to someone mentally. Everything is changing, and the world doesn't stop for nobody. You really got to keep going and keep going. So I will commend you for your strength that I've seen you have since your mom passed away, because it's not easy to see you get up every day and do it. And I see my mom do it because my grandma died. Is like, y'all strong women. I commend y'all because I don't know what I will be able to do. How can your friends show up for you?
Just leave people alone. Like if I don't give advice to anyone, leave people alone. I appreciated the countless amount of support and love that I received when my mom passed. Like every message, every text, every call, every DM. Like I couldn't thank everybody enough. But there was days where I just was like, stop writing me. Like I would have people that would write me 5, 6, 7, 8 times, like just to express their condolences. And I don't even want to sound ungrateful, and I appreciate all the messages, but it's like when you lose a parent, no message, no text, no call could ever compensate for what we're feeling in that moment. I think the best advice that you could give someone, or how to be there for them, is just give them space. Like I appreciated not being left alone. Like that's one thing that I would never take for granted, is that like you stayed for a week. I had people stay for days. That the presence is that means everything. But you have to have people in your life to understand you need silence. Like you would just sit and we wouldn't talk. Like I think that's a big thing. Like the presence is everything, but the conversation, I don't have the words. You don't know what to say to someone, because if I was in someone else's shoes, I wouldn't know what to say. Like I only know what to say now because I've experienced it. But when you haven't experienced it, you don't know what to say. And nothing aggravated me more. Like when people would text me like, "How are you feeling?" And I would just be like, "I want to die." So it's like I would say within the first week or so, just let people be. Like I see the text, I see the calls, and I'll get back to you when I can. But it's like in that moment, you don't have the words. Like when I left the hospital and I came home, I just cried and cried and cried, and I didn't have the words. You feel angry, you feel confused. You just don't have the words. So like forcing someone to talk about how they feel and they can't even put into words what they feel, to me is inconsiderate.
So my advice I would give friends in general to show up better for a loved one who's grieving is be there, but also allow them to have their space. Understand there will be days where they don't want to talk to anybody. And you can check in and just say, hey, just checking in on you. And if they don't decide to text back, don't take it personal. You don't have to take it personal because, again, extend that grace to understand that we're all human. We all go through things. And sometimes these days I don't want to talk to people. And I'm not grieving right now, but I just don't want to talk. That's just my mood. So I just feel like with grieving loved ones, just extend grace. Grace is the word of today.
You can never tell someone how to grieve. Like, do not tell me that. Like, there's literally no time frame on how to grieve or what's the right way. There's no handbook. By no means. Reach out to someone and tell them what you think they should be doing or the time frame of how they should do it.
What is something that your mom taught you that you still carry with you every day?
There's a few, but I think the one that sticks to me personally is for me to just never stop being me, no matter what that looks like to other people, whether I'm accepted for it or I'm not accepted for it, whether they love me or hate me, to never just stop being who I am, because there's someone that will receive it and that they will understand the type of person that I am.
Okay. And like I said, it's almost been a year. We know you go through the motions, but what does healing look like for you in this moment today?
Right now, in this present moment, I'm much better. Like, I will say from almost a year, next month makes a year. So from 6 months ago, I'm much better than how I was 6 months ago. Right now, my healing process, there's some days where I feel like, I could take on the world. Like, my mama want to see me happy and see me shining. And there's also days where I feel like, damn, my mom was taken from me. I don't know how to go on. Like, I didn't know how to make a doctor's appointment by myself without my mom, or I didn't know how to pay my rent alone. Like, there's so many things that I didn't know how to do without guidance. So right now, what healing looks like is just me forming a whole new life, just like where I'm in charge. Like, I was so used to being like, oh, call my mom, or here's my mom's number. I think I'm finally coming to terms where it's like, it's just me. Like, nobody's coming to save me. Like, I'm just focused on like, what does life look like right now, where I'm solely in charge of all my decisions, not only just for me, but for my dad. Like, it's a whole new life.
So the last question we will have on this particular topic before we move to the next one is, how do you protect your peace while still trying to be there for others?
I think it's taken me about 11 months to realize that in this moment, it's all about me. Like, I love everyone in my life, but in this moment, and me trying to protect the peace that I didn't have for many months and that I still barely have now, is that everything is about me. Like, how my life goes, the good, the bad. Like, right now, I'm just focused on solely being responsible for me and myself without having to worry about anyone else. Like, when I first lost my mom, I depended on so many people to make my days better and to make me happy, to make me laugh. That now healing just looks like me, myself, and my dog, literally. And of course my dad. Like, it just is the three of us, with the exception of having, like, I have such a big family that's very supportive, but like right now, to me, my immediate family is the people I live with. So right now, healing just looks like, how can I show up every day and be the best daughter, the best dog mom? Like, it's just solely focused on how I can be better and be healthy. Like, if I'm no good to myself, I can be no good to them. Right now, I'm just solely focused on not letting my depression and everything that I'm feeling get the best of me, because there was so many days and nights where I couldn't talk about losing my mom without crying. Like, I'm finally at the point where I can have the conversation, and I want to cry, but like, I know, like, I'm working towards being better. So I'm just focused on solely being the best woman that I can be.
Up. I do have this little card game. I don't have the physical cards, but I will send it to your phone.
All right. I'm proud of myself for not crying.
Yes, you did good. I will send it to you so we can play.
Okay.
And there are 4 topics. I think it's sit, spill, be real, and then truth or sit.
Okay.
And we can choose, any one of those. What's the messiest thing you ever done after a night out?
I guess let's get into it. The messiest thing I've ever done, I guess that would be going home with a person that I should have never been going home with. Might I add, everything was all fun. But when the liquor wears off, honey, it wears off. And I might have been in my own home, but I still have the walk of shame. What's your go-to excuse for ghosting someone?
But I just be saying, like, I just got a lot going on. I'm like trying to focus on my kid, and I just tell people I just got a lot going on right now. I'm no good for them. Who's the last person you wanted to DM but you didn't?
Ooh. Wouldn't y'all like to know? So there is someone that like I've been looking out Instagram for a while. Coming soon. I may or may not work up the courage to do it. I'm just really not good at shooting my shot. But when the opportunity presents itself and the drink is right, I just might. What's the funniest rumor you've heard about yourself?
The funniest rumor I heard about myself, in these days,
in these present days,
the funniest one I have to be was someone saying that I backdoored them. Like, I literally, like, you know what a backdoor is. I'm not in no gang, but they basically said I backdoored them, and that was the funniest thing I ever heard. Who do you miss the most right now?
I do miss my latest boyfriend. His name starts with the I, so there's no confusion. Yeah, he's a major part of my life, like an extreme part of my life. Like I would even go as far as saying like half of my grieving journey would have been horrible if it wasn't for him. Like after I buried my mother, like his first text was come to me, like, and I feel like me being around him, me talking to him and getting away like was just everything that my mental state needed. Like he's always been a major big support to my career. The woman that I am today, I honestly would not be her if it wasn't for him being in my past. I miss him every day. Like he's a extreme major part of who I am today, and my twin is only us. What is your funniest drunk memory?
My funniest drunk memory, it's a lot because when I do get drunk, I don't like to go home. Like I think that the night just needs to go on. It's like it was like we went the night of your mom's wedding. We went to the 901, and I was at the 901, and I was dancing on the tables, and some might say I thought I was in a 50 Cent video. I don't know. Okay, who's the best you ever had?
My countryman. What's the most money you've ever spent on a sneaky link?
Listen, in the words of Glorilla, if I like you, I'm gonna trick that ass. But I'm gonna sit. So before I wrap it up, this is a people's choice question. The people want to know: are you single? Do you have a man?
Okay. I guess in full transparency, as most people know, I've been with someone for a very long time. I would like to have considered that my lifetime partner, the father of my dog. No, but in all seriousness, right now, I am currently single. I'm saying I don't know how open I am to dating right now in this present moment or what that may look like for me. It will take a lot of things to turn my head to want to date, but right now, I'm so into my abstinence journey. Like I'm staying away from niggas who don't have any money or anything going for themselves. Like I'm not interested in a dating scene or anyone's baby daddy or anything like that. So anything along those lines are disqualified from my program. However, I do make exceptions for someone that is can meet me in the same place where I meet them, and I think I will be single until I can meet someone who can meet me where I met them, and it doesn't feel like I'm settling for less or going against the last situation I came from, because my last relationship was nothing short than amazing, like amazing God-fearing man. I don't want to be in a position where I compare anyone to him or anything like that, but I am currently single and your girl's on the market. Clock it. For the first time in a very long time.
Same. I'm grateful for you for doing this episode with me.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you shared your grief and process. Thank you for showing up in life, in grief, and in this friendship. And this episode is for anyone who's ever had to be strong but still chooses love and laughter and to show up.
Of course. One thing I do want to say to anyone that is grieving, whether it's a parent, a friend, a coworker, friend, whomever, I just do want to say give yourself grace, time, and patience. It's never easy. Grief looks different for everyone. So take all the time you need. Me being the people, what is your relationship status and what does dating look like right now for you?
I'm currently single. Dating right now looks like there is no dating. I'm working through things of healing, and I'm just trying to navigate life with my son right now because I do feel like he deserves a happy mom. So I just need to be that for him. And once I get that for him, I am open. So what y'all can do after y'all see the video is like it, subscribe to the channel.
And if you see a good brother, send them my way.